a Coventry teacher who joked about having sex with the mum of a pupil and fell asleep on the job, has been banned. Michael Clark had reportedly said he was fucking untouchable while employed at Ling Hall School. Mr. Clark, who had taught maths at Ling Hall School since 2009, was accused of unacceptable behavior and sacked in December 2022. In May of that year, Clark was said to have grabbed and twisted the arm of a child who has not been identified. He had been teaching with a door open, which led out onto a playing field where the young boy was doing PE. It is believed the youngster then gestured towards Mr. Clark in an inappropriate manner, which led to a play fight in which the boy fell to the ground. Read more. Police reveal how they snared prolific Coventry thief who was always one step ahead. Staff at Ling Hall spoke to the boy when the incident happened, who said Mr. Clark had twisted his arm but insisted he had tripped on his own leg. When the boy was on the ground, Mr. Clark allegedly put his foot on him as if to say he was the winner. Mr. Clark said at the time that he had put my foot on him like I was champion. He returned to his class to continue teaching, and the boy later went back to his classroom and taunted Mr. Clark, who responded by throwing a whiteboard pen. The Teaching Regulation Agency, TRA, said, Mr. Clark said the incident had been sparked by the boy sticking his finger up, calling me a pussy, saying he would batter me, joking. After the physical confrontation had happened, the 46-year-old is alleged to have said, I one-handed kicked his stood on his neck. Job is a dunnin'. I have a T on my arm though. It is hard to do it with one hand. Mr. Clark admitted his relationship with the child was not 100% professional and more informal than expected. Officials at the Teaching Regulation Agency determined that the incident was not malicious and was instead play fighting. In 2021, Mr. Clark was said to have pressed the collarbone of a second child. Both Mr. Clark and the child were asked about the incident at the time and said that it was a joke. Between September 2021 and May 2022, Clark was said to have made vulgar remarks in front of pupils, which included saying fucking and pussy. He was also accused of swearing in front of them, saying fuck and bastard. Mr. Clark had worked at Ling Hall School. Mr. Clark had worked at Ling Hall School credit. Ling Hall School. Mr. Clark was also said to have told a child, I am usually in front of your mum, not behind. He was also alleged to have said, maybe I will ring your mum up. She seems to love my phone calls. When the allegations were put to Mr. Clark during an internal investigation, the 46-year-old said, if that is what they are saying, then I must have. He was also said to have fallen asleep during lessons and examinations he was supervising. Mr. Clark had a deep-seated attitude that led to harmful behavior, the TRA said. He was found to have breached the teacher's standards and was banned indefinitely on February 10. Mark Cavey, of the Teaching Regulation Agency, said, in the light of the findings against Mr. Clark, which involved him having made a number of expletive and inappropriate comments towards students, some of which were derogatory in nature and/or sexualized, and him having engaged in play fighting, inappropriate contact, and/or unreasonable force with pupils, there was a strong public interest consideration in respect of the safeguarding and well-being of pupils, particularly in light of his apparent lack of awareness of appropriate boundaries with children. Head teacher of Ling Hall School, Paul Green, said the safety and well-being of pupils was his priority. He told Coventry Live, as soon as we became aware of the allegation, the member of staff was suspended pending a thorough investigation, and the outcomes of the investigation led to his dismissal and referral to the Teaching Regulation Agency in December 2022.